Welcome back. Well, your party has done more or less what they set out to do here in Hardova, and with the intent of heading back to Kine, what would you like to do?
Oh, hey. I left something at the end. I gotta go back real quick. Rowan remembers that Gerard said maybe he could have some diamonds back for revivifying that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're heading back to the Great Goblin.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll catch up.
Rowan's heading alone.
Well, if they want to come, that's fine. I'm not going to stop them, but...
If the weather is not bad, Wren will stay wherever they stopped when he said that.
Brielle doesn't want to see Gerard.
Why, though? He's such a nice guy.
Oh, he's such a sweet man.
Yeah,
I don't want to see him either, but I want my diamonds.
He's a real puppy dog, you know? I think Silra would go with Rowan under the circumstances.
Golden retriever type.
What's that?
But he's a golden retriever type.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I were casting him, I would cast Chris Pratt, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. If we're putting him on level with other characters, we know.
So, yeah, Wren and Brielle. It is actually rather pleasant for the late fall morning that you're in. It's sunny and clear, slight breeze, and the market square is busy.
Did I already pick? I already picked up meat. Okay.
Yes, you did.
Then she just says, "Wow, it's rather pleasant for the." Never mind. I'm gonna troll
the night before.
I was gonna troll Shanks by verbatim copying what he said about the weather. I won't do that to him right now.
I can kill all these characters. I really don't mind.
I know.
I'm sure
Rowan
won't be that long, so
yeah.
I'm just gonna have Brielle stand out there with Rowan's wyvern and try and pet it. And in all the downtime that people trust her to watch their wyvern, which isn't a lot because usually she bails on hers, she's been trying to teach them to like speak, because she wants to teach them like the most obnoxious trick that she can think of, but she doesn't think it's obnoxious. She just wants to make it cute. So she'll probably just try and teach hers and Rowan's speak.
Give me an animal handling check.
Perfect. That was good. 20.
Not bad, not bad. In the short time that you have, you do manage to get yours responding vocally, not specifically to the command, but it seems to understand that you're trying to have verbal communication with it, and it screeches back whenever you start talking. Rowan's, however, just seems to be watching the direction that he left in.
That's fair.
Rowan and Silra take the walk back. It's about 15 minutes into town, a little bit further to the Great Goblin, where you find the tavern is mostly empty, setting up for the day. There is a couple of guys in cloaks at one of the tables having a quiet conversation. They look like Gerard's men. But other than that, you see bar hands going about their business.
Hey, just to go to one of the bar hands, I guess. It's the boss around. I talked to him last night. He said he'd probably have something for me in the morning.
Oh, we were on pretty strict "don't disturb him" this morning instructions, but
even for her.
Oh, you're the. Oh, okay. Okay, give me a minute, and he just runs towards the back.
It's like, hey, so you think you can handle this interaction for me? I'm not going to do that to you, Shanks.
I mean, I can kind of hand wave the whole thing because I really don't want to step into someone's shoes at the moment. I'm trying to figure out how she's.
If you want to hand wave it, that's fine. Not intense need to roleplay this scene.
Yeah, let me just pull up her sheet real quick. I'm gonna let her make a charisma check with advantage. You know, I won't specify what the advantage is for. But...
Right.
That is not a great roll.
Oh wait. It's good things happen today. Make it a 12.
They have a little interchange, and you can hear Rowan, even though they're kind of more speaking to each other in hushed voices. That at one point, Gerard just kind of says, "I just don't have the diamonds that I thought I had on me," and
well.
There's a little bit of more back and forth, and goes, "Here, take this. Maybe there's a money changer in town," and hands her an emerald. And that's about that.
It'll work.
Well, there's definitely one in Kine.
Yeah. Thanks, sir. I appreciate it.
I can't even imagine what she would respond to that. So.
Probably.
Smash cut back to the gate.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm having a hard enough time with my own thoughts today. So the two of you return with a gem of indeterminate amount, and yeah, the day is open to you.
Good to head back. Any other last minute things?
I have nothing else that I need to do in town, so
We don't want to keep Nadia waiting.
they were also very adamant that we get back soon with the Crucible, so
Let's go.
All right, you head out from
Yay.
Cordova on foot southwards on the coastway back to Kine. Is there anything any of you are intending to do during your travel, or is it just keep up a good pace and get there?
Yeah, make good time and just keep a lookout for dragons or bands of swindles and the like, since everything seems to be getting more dangerous even here.
I think Wren would be curious about if they can see anything off down the direction of Silverbrook when they pass by that area. I know it's like north of the road, but
Yeah. Okay. Well then, I'll take some perception checks, please.
gotta love that minus
Girl's probably
one.
not. She's just like so excited to be going.
Further away from Forest Delta.
Rowan, as you travel southward, you find that the road is fairly what you expect it to be. It's got
Marvelous.
the pretty regular travelers that sort of do short and or long commutes between Kine, Hardova, and the other cities on the coast. There doesn't seem to be any sort of trouble or anything that stands out to you as you make your way southward. However, you do notice, especially as you're crossing over the sizable bridge over the canyon that sits between the two cities, that there are a number of fairly large ships anchored in the bay there that were not there last time you passed through.
Interesting.
It's not foreboding.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. They all have the Fire Nation emblem, but
Oh no! Oh no!
Is that ash in the sky? There, you said there's ships there?
yes.
Is Fen back?
You love Fen.
It's
so
grave
much.
party time.
Grave party.
You continue on southward, and on foot, it's a fairly long journey. It does take most of the day. About 6 hours into your travel, you do pass the narrow dirt road that heads out towards Silverbrook. And Wren, you take a look up the road. Are you like planning to go down the path at all, or you're just looking from the
No,
road?
it's just that like they've been under attack, and so I'm like, is there more Durgar activity still in this area? I think that's mostly what she's concerned about.
Enough.
Or
There's
if they've
no
gone back
signs of
since then.
anything. You can't see the town from where you are, so
Fair enough.
it's 2 hours on a winding road through the woods. So
Okay.
it's not in sight. You don't see anything that looks suspicious or out of place.
There's no like,
where you are.
there's no piles of bodies this way.
Black smoke rising.
Not that you can see.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Incorrect.
I rolled a -1.
You'll need a more than a 15 to see buried bodies.
I was gonna say then the pile can't be that big if we can't see it from here.
It's a really deep grave.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's an inverse pile.
They are Durgar. They're good at digging, you know. Yeah, no, it all looks pretty normal. And then as you continue on this road, another hour and a half, nearly 2 hours, you finally arrive at the walls of Kine. The gates are more secure than they normally are. Normally they're open completely. But you can see that the portcullis is at half height, and the great iron doors are like one is closed and latched, the other one open. There's a number of men at the gateway, but there always is. In fact, the only thing that kind of maybe is out of place, you're not really sure, is the fact that you do see a patrol of about 6 men walking in formation around the city walls. But as you approach the gate, as per the way of Kine, they ask you a couple of questions. Your full name, what your business is in the city, are you residents, that sort of thing. That there is a warning about breaking the law, as always. But
Don't worry.
you are welcomed into the city. And once you enter the city walls, everything is exactly how you remember it.
That's good. What time of day is it? Like, is it too late or early to visit Drindle?
It's evening. Like it was a long walk, right? And you did some shopping and stuff before you left the other city. So like, yeah, it's probably like 6:30.
He'll be fine.
So where should we be heading to first then? I feel like we have a lot to do here, and I don't know if Drindle is going to send us immediately out on another urgent fetch quest as soon as we see him.
Well, I think if he tries to do that, then we can tell him, great, give us a couple days and we'll do it. But what's closest to this gate on our checklist? Is it the manor? Is it where
You
the
know, I
wagons?
don't have your checklist open.
That's why I'm listing some of it. It's just like, I think the manor is for tonight. Maybe catching up with Nadia might be a tonight thing.
The manor is possibly the furthest thing from this gate, as it's in the south end of the city, and it's in like the newly developed west end of the city. So you're kind of like, you're not exactly, but almost at the opposite corner.
Also, did Wren tell you guys? I know she told that you guys that we were getting the ring for Nadia, but did she tell you that Nadia's waiting for her in Kine?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
I can't. I know we've talked about it so much, but I don't know if in character.
And she didn't give her a spot either to meet her.
Yeah, when you spoke to her, she was not in Kine. Just in case
She was heading to Kine. Is that
Yes.
she would be in the area?
Gotcha.
Then I guess what I would be looking for first is like a marketplace that she might have a stall at or something.
That's a good idea.
All right, you're heading to the like the market square on the north side of town.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you make the 20-minute walk from the gate to where there is a fairly sizable city square area. There are a number of fixed shops, but there is, much like some of the other cities here, this large sort of courtyard where they have room for wagons to set up temporarily. You do see dozens of merchants selling out of their wagons, including you see a number of people who seem to be selling like basic amenities of life that look used. And it sort of catches your eye until you realize that a number of these people are from Silverbrook, and they've set up as temporary merchants in the square until they figure out what they're going to do.
Seeing that, do we see Morgas lumber stall, and do we see Darren's little?
Bakery.
I think he was a carpenter. Or, no, he was.
Darren,
He was a leather worker, wasn't he? Because I went to him for stuff for Wren.
Mm-hmm.
there was both, and gosh, let me find him on my list.
You had to spell his name 2 different ways, didn't you?
Yep.
Yes. I actually, if you'll recall, I technically spelled it 3 different
He's
ways.
a craftsman who lives in Silverbrook, because you went to him for a bedroll and stuff too. So he just
Yeah,
is general.
Yeah, I think he was the leatherworking one out of the 2. Okay, so you're looking for Morgoth doesn't have a stall here in the marketplace. He has a lumber yard that's a little bit east of there, closer to the low road that kind of heads down towards the docks at the bottom of the cliff, because he ships stuff out overseas and inland. So yeah, you have to leave the market to go to him. But if you're looking for Darren here, you absolutely can find that he has his little wagon. It's not even big enough to be drawn by an animal. It's like a hand cart. but he has it there, and he's kind of leaning on it and just watching out. And he's like, "Well, that works. I do cobbling. Anyone? No. Okay."
Alright, I would like mostly Vix was just curious if because we didn't see him with the group. I remember asking about him when they were going back, and so I was like, "Is that guy still alive?" Or, but yeah, I think I would be looking around to see if Nadia's here, set up somewhere, or any of the other caravan people. I don't know if she was coming with them or not.
Fair enough. Nadia's cart stands out. If she were here, you'd notice right away. She isn't.
Well, I suppose I will just have to wait until she gets desperate. Wren thinks to herself. Then she looks over at Rowan and she's like, "Rowan, do you have any idea where someone like Nadia might stay if she were in Kine?"
I presume I would. I've been here for like 10 years.
Yeah. Though the types of places Nadia seems to prefer are pretty different from the types of places Rowan prefers.
Yeah, so I definitely wouldn't have been there.
Is there a place that Wren knows that is similar to like the little smoky lounge area that she took Wren to?
Yeah. I think that Rowan would certainly know in the West Side there is a sort of high-scale private club. Wren, I think you would also know this place because on occasion, Garrick likes to go there. It's a little pricey for him still at this stage in his growth, but once in a while, shake the right hands, meet the right people.
Well, I have some hunches, but is there anything pressing that we could take care of along the way? It seems like I'm going to be searching around the city a bit.
Do you guys want to check your homes, seeing as the Swindells have been kind of a pain in our butt and sending people over to find us?
That might not be the worst idea, although I don't think they were really after us. No. They might be now, but I'd be surprised if word got back to them.
I think they've had an issue with me for quite some time. Did you want to go and watch him grow grass again, Brielle, or?
I mean, that's going to take a little while. I think I want to I'm going to need like a full day for that.
Oh, I could only do 3 hours of grass watching. That's my max. Do you want to watch Wren?
And I can't say that I do.
You're missing out.
On what exactly?
So like the grass grows really, really slowly, and then you get bored and you pick it, and then you have to wait even longer because now it has to regrow back in really, really slowly, and then eventually things start to spread out, but I only saw so much.
Just trying to look at what a lot of our stuff is at Drindle, so that at least can all be done at one time. Did you want to check in on your friend? Wren says to Brielle. She says it that awkwardly too. The boy friend of yours.
The boats are back. Maybe Fen is here.
Wren looks over at Rowan a little bit confused. That wasn't the one I was talking about, but...
Well, who are you talking about? Jorff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to go see him too.
They do have rooms there. Maybe Nadia's around there, so it might be someplace worth checking in.
I like the Deer and Damsel, but Nadia seems a lot fancier than that place.
It's true, she does.
Do you want to go to the Deer and Damsel? You can just say it.
They have no business there.
Okay. We can go if you want, though. I mean, it's getting late. We haven't had dinner.
Do you think that they'll allow our wyverns in there?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
Okay, well, we can eat dinner and then check on our homes and head over to Drindle's.
Okay. We'll head over there, I guess.
So where's the first stop then?
Deer and Damsel.
Okay.
We're gonna go eat.
We're gonna go eat dinner.
Yeah, all right. Well, you make the trek a little bit south and then into the west end of town, and the place seems pretty lively for, a weeknight, just normal evening. Nothing special going on, and yet the place is pretty well full. When you enter in, you see at the back of the tavern a slightly frazzled looking Jurlie, her hair a bit disheveled. Oh, we lost Rowan. You can see that she's doing her best to hand out bowls of stew and pour drinks. There are a couple people who seem to be running back and forth to tables, but neither of them are Jorff.
Do you want me to check if we're allowed to bring our wyverns in first? She looks kind of frazzled. I don't want to give her more stress.
She does look rather stressed out. I wouldn't want them to destroy the place on top of it.
Yeah.
I'll hold yours.
Okay. So Brielle will run in, and if she can get like a second of Jurlie's time, she'll just...
Yeah, tell me how you get her attention.
She's at the back, like bringing food to tables.
No, she's behind the bar and she's handing out food and drinks and stuff, but there's also a couple of young people, a male and a female, running back and forth from the bar to tables. The place is fairly busy, and she's kind of like dividing her attention 6 ways.
She'll just try and walk up to the bar, like forcing her way through. She'll wait for a second or two. She's not going to like spook her and call out to her. But if she doesn't notice, she'll kind of like lean into her visual.
Yeah, so it takes a few minutes. She's sort of, like I said, she's very distracted. She's very flustered. She's working really hard. You can see there's a sheen of sweat on her. And after a few minutes, as you kind of like get into her line of sight, you can see her eyes kind of hit you for a second and move on, and then suddenly they snap back to you. And she goes, "Oh, you, Red, we have words to have," and then quickly goes to other things, and kind of ignores you for a minute as she's...
Do you want help?
Yeah. Get out here. She bangs on the wall. And when that happens, you see the door open and Fen walks out wearing an apron. Yeah, ma'am. What can I... Just run this for a minute. Come with me. And she goes into the kitchen and holds the door up, eyeing Brielle dangerously.
Okay. Brielle will just walk in, not wanting to upset her. I don't know what I did, but I'm really sorry.
Yeah, well, he returns. As Brielle walks into the kitchen with her, Jurlie just closes the door and makes sure it's closed all the way, and then turns to face her. She's always been like sort of a strong, broad woman kind of thing, but in this moment you realize just how much taller than you she actually is, as she kind of leans into you a little bit, and she goes, "So, filled my boy's head with all sorts of dreams, did you?"
No, he had them on his own.
Oh, he did not. Oh,
Yes, he did.
He was content. He was making something of himself, and now he's off chasing his fucking dream.
Didn't you do that when you were an adventurer?
Yeah, and so did his father. Do you see him around?
No.
Yeah. Because when you're not built like you and me, maybe adventuring isn't the right choice for you.
That's not true at all.
Well, tell that to my husband. Would you like to visit his plot with me?
Yes, I would.
Good. You can tell him that he's not actually dead.
Fine.
And when Jorff comes back, you can help me dig a hole for him.
Fine. I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm sorry you're upset with me. That's fine. You can be upset with me. But I won't let anything happen to him. I'm sorry.
It's not really your fault. I know he had aspirations. His father was a wizard. He was pretty good too. But he wasn't good enough to take an axe to the chest and survive it.
No, not many are. Brielle's just gonna like put her hand on his her forearm, just like if she'll let her console her.
She doesn't stop you. She kind of goes rigid for a minute. I just want him to be happy. I want him to be healthy. I want him to outlive me.
Can I tell you something and you won't get mad at me more than you already are?
I'm not making that promise, but you can go ahead and tell me.
So the moment I met Jorff, he was running around frazzled and stressed because he was the only one working this job. Then the next morning when I woke up, the poor boy was asleep at the bar, not even in a bed, exhausted. How is that happy or healthy? And since then, that's always where I find him in the morning.
Yeah, well, he works late. He works hard.
I know he does. He's the hardest worker I know. That's why he's going to do great.
Okay, well, do you at least know this guy he's apprenticing with? This Thenebrius or whatever his name was?
Yeah, I met him one time. He was really nice. My friend Wren says he's not... Well, he seems like a good wizard.
He's not going to have him out there chasing down monsters and bandits, is he?
I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. So wait, he found Thenebrius and he's actually like going to study with him and he listened to what I said?
Yeah, he took the next day off work and sat outside of his tower all day. And then when he came back and told me that the wizard didn't talk to him all day, I said, okay, well then you tried. That's the end of it. Let's move on. And then he spent 3 more days sitting outside that tower until Thenebrius decided to give him a chance.
That means he's persistent and wants it.
Yeah, but I also
not just a
need my
whim.
son here with me, and I'm trying to build a family legacy here. I don't need him running off and getting himself killed.
I'll talk to him. But I'm not making any promises. It's whatever he wants, not what you want, not what I want.
Yeah, see, that's the thing that's pissing me off, though, because it was what I want until you showed up.
Well, now it's what he wants. Be mad at me all you want. That's fine. I'm okay with it. I get it. My mom's pissed at me all the time. I'm used to it.
She like cracks her neck and then her knuckles. She's like, I was prepared to kick your ass when you got here. But now, fuck, all I can think about is that you remind me of me.
So I'm cool.
You're young and strong and hot, and you're probably going to get this goat boy killed or into some sort of trouble, but I mean, I guess if I wanted Horner to do it, there's no difference in you wanting Jorff to do it. Yes, that's canon now.
Yeah, wait for the Jorfson.
Yeah.
I rebooted through a blue screen as fast as I could for this.
Good timing. Well, I'll make sure at least he's open with you and talks to you about it more and doesn't keep stuff from you so you feel in the loop.
Well, thank you, because I haven't heard from him. And I know that I'm sure it's complicated apprenticing for a wizard and everything. But if you see him, you tell him I'm keeping Fen in this bar until he gets back.
Okay. Does Fen want to be here?
Who cares?
Well, Fen probably does.
The boy needs work. His ship can't leave, so
Okay.
until I get more help, I don't think he's going to be allowed to leave.
Well, I have to go out in a little while, and I don't want to add more stress to you, so this is probably the worst time to ask this, but my friends and I have some pets that are not the most conventional, and we're really hungry, and we wanted to come in for dinner. So if you'd be okay with our pets coming in, I will forego my dinner, and I will help you at least run stuff as long as I can until I have to leave.
Fine. You and your friends pay full price tonight.
That's fine.
All right. Good. Then
You're not going to kill me?
I'm not going to kill you, Brielle. I thought I had a couple more years with him.
I can't change that.
I know. So, I don't know. Stick around a little bit, maybe. Maybe he'll come back and visit.
Okay.
All right, good. And she, smacks Brielle on the back. Clearly very uncomfortable with the conversation now.
Brielle, run out and be like, all right, guys, we're allowed to bring the wyvers in, but you have to pay full price for food, and I'm gonna be delivering food for a little while. So you eat without me, and I'll grab something when we get back from Drindle's.
All right.
And maybe don't mention Jorff's name around Jurlie.
Everything okay?
Everything's really good, and I'm really excited. I'm really happy, but don't let Jurlie know that.
Okay. Wren's face goes completely like poker face then as she walks inside.
All
Yeah. get a seat, get some food. Let me know how much that costs.
Yeah, you guys get a seat, and before long, a fairly sizable meat and vegetable pie is brought out to your table. The like gravy in it is like so thick that when it gets sliced, it almost like completely holds its shape. And
Julie makes the best food. I'm so jealous.
as you're saying that, as it's being sliced, the young girl who is helping out just goes, "Oh no, Fen baked this."
Ben? No way.
Yeah, he's been in the kitchen all day.
Oh.
Move over, Jorff.
Yeah. This man can cook.
Stiller is considering her options right now.
Well, I'll be sure to give him my compliments.
Oh, okay, yeah. And do you know him?
Yes,
So you are...
Brielle.
Oh, you're Brielle. Okay.
Why does that happen every time I come here? Someone's just like, oh, you're Brielle. Like, what?
Because Jorff and Fen never stop talking about you.
Why?
I guess it's because you're pretty?
Yeah, right. Okay, let me just go help see what they need brought to the tables. Brielle's just gonna like avoid this conversation.
She's still just standing at the table, and she's like, does she not think she's pretty?
She
I don't know.
struggles with that a bit, I think. The confidence piece.
Oh. Well, that's crazy. I never had two boys fight over me.
They're fighting over her.
Well, it's more like bickering, but it's still kind of sweet.
Well, I do understand.
Oh, is there anything else you need? And she like suddenly realizes that she's supposed to be working.
Has there been any... How long have you been helping here?
A week, maybe 8 days.
And they haven't had any issues or anything, like any trouble being caused here in the bar?
In here? No.
she like tilted her head. But somewhere else?
Well, I mean, there's trouble all over the place. I can't help my dad on his stuff anymore because he said it's getting too dangerous. So, you know, he found me a place to work for now.
I did notice there was some increased security measures at the gate when we arrived. So.
Yeah, and a lot of people are talking about those ships in the bay. They say they're from the Empire. I'd love to see it one day.
It's all right.
I think Wren, there's like a hill in Wren's spine. Oh, anyone of import, do you know?
Oh, I don't know. Nobody important comes in here, but really big and like beautiful looking ships. I saw the ones with like, I think it had 30 sails on it.
That seems excessive.
I thought so, but they said it was very useful. Or, well, Fen said so.
Well, I don't need any other food. Maybe just some wine.
Okay. I don't really know about wine. Should I send my brother over?
Sure.
You see her skitter over to the bar, and the young boy who's been helping out comes running back. She's like, "Hi, I'm Terry. What do you need? Wine?"
Yes, I don't think we're looking for anything special, really. Just something red.
Oh, okay. We'll get you the house special then. And he goes off, disappears behind the bar for a minute, comes back out with a bottle and 4 glasses. He uncorks at the table and pours the glasses, presuming that everyone's drinking the wine.
Yeah.
I'm working. Staying off alcohol after the Earth Genasi for a while.
See, the trick is don't drink it in excess.
You don't want to end up getting invited back to Jurlie's place and her taking her clothes off and it being
Yeah,
awkward.
it's just awkward. She'll hate me even more now.
I mean,
Happens every time.
she said you were hot, so
She did say I was hot. You're right.
You remind me of a younger me.
I'm going for the wrong person, guys. Should have gone for Jurlie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, if I met a 22-year-old me, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I really don't have anything else that I'm wanting to do here aside from eat and wait for Brielle to be done. And if she's not done, then I guess we'll go check on our houses.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, well, you have a very pleasant meal. It's very filling. Extremely savory. Pairs really well with the wine. Brielle, as you're helping out, eventually you are tasked with going into the kitchen, and Fen is inside there. And again, he's got this apron on. You can see that there's like flour stains on it and stuff, and among other things. And he's like looking into the oven. He's just like, why won't you rise? Oh, Brielle. So I don't know if you have heard yet, but you've kind of upset things around here.
Yeah, I kind of got the earful.
Jurlie said she was going to beat the shit out of you. I'm glad she didn't.
Me too. She could really kick my ass.
I don't know. You're pretty tough too. It might be even.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to hurt her.
No, of course not. But anyway,
Since when do you bake?
well, I used to do it with my parents way back when, and it was something I kind of gave up to be at sea, and well, then the blockade happened, and my ship's not leaving anytime soon, and
What's the blockade?
oh, you guys really haven't heard?
No, I was under a mountain for a while, so
Well, that'll do it, I guess. There are no ships in or out of Kine for the next, I don't know how long. They haven't told us.
do you know why? Oh, I guess if you don't know how long, you probably don't know why.
It's something to do with something that happened with an Empire shipment that was very valuable. They're concerned about outside threats. And this city doesn't technically belong to the Empire, so it feels like an overreach, but I don't think anyone's about to stand in their way, so...
Jurlie's enough for me. I'm not going to go after the Empire.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly it. Like even the what do you call it? The merchant that I work for. I mean, he owns a number of ships. He's got several captains, and we've all been petitioning to have them open things up, but we don't have enough say-so to get passage through. But fortunately, because Jorff's run off chasing down the dream of becoming a wizard, Jurlie needed help, and she's paying me pretty good to bake for her, and that's fun.
Brielle looks guilty as heck. She's just like, I guess it turned out for the best then.
It did for me.
Yeah. And you get to hang out. Well, I guess you don't get to hang out with Jorff. He doesn't visit ever?
He said he was going to be back tonight, but he said that a couple nights ago too, and he wasn't, so...
I guess.
Weird, it's kind of like we traded places,
Yeah. He's out there doing cool. Did you get my letter? How's your grandma doing, by the way?
I didn't, and she's okay. From what I hear,
You didn't get my letter?
No.
Oh, I paid extra so it would get to you really quickly.
Oh no. Maybe they don't
It's
know where to
okay.
find me.
Nothing important. I just wanted you to not feel alone when you're at sea, like you said you do. So, sorry.
Well, I haven't been alone for the last little while now, and
That's exciting. Who are you dating?
no one at the moment.
Oh.
Why are
Well,
you interested?
Well, no, you said you weren't alone, so I just assumed you had someone.
Well, it just meant that Jurlie's always treated me like a son, and so I've been hanging out here.
That's good. At least you have
So are
family.
you?
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Are you and Jorff official?
What?
Are you and Jorff official?
What?
Are you, like
Not that
romantically together? So you're still on the market?
I don't. Can I think on that? I think I should talk to Jorff first.
Damn, he wasn't lying.
What? What'd he say?
Well, I don't remember his exact words, but he led me to believe that you two might be a thing.
He did kiss me.
And you let him?
Well, he asked so nicely.
I get it. If you're not going to be with me, it should be with him. I mean, or whoever else you choose, but like, he's a nice guy.
Wait, did you like me?
You didn't know?
No. You never told me.
I spent all my time with you on the ship, even when I got in trouble for it.
Yeah, but I spent a lot of time with like everyone on the ship. We were stuck there for 6 weeks. I couldn't go anywhere.
How many of them got yelled at every day for spending too much time with you?
Well, I didn't know that. I'm sorry you
I
got in
believe
trouble
that.
for me. I get boys in trouble a lot, don't I? Damn it.
Well, it's okay. I was making my own choice. Just, you seem really special, Brielle, and I don't know that I'm going to meet someone else as special as you.
Yes, you will. And you've still met me, and we're still going to be together forever. Well, not forever. You're an elf, so you'll live longer than I do, and I'll die first, but...
Okay, that's really morbid. I at least promised to take you out to a party, so you have to let me do that.
Okay. I have been waiting for this party forever, and Silra is super excited. I think you got her, like, really excited for this.
Okay, she's a little scary, but...
Mm.
Is she single?
I'm not talking to her about anything in regards to that.
Why? She doesn't know anything, or...
No, because I'm mad at her.
Oh? Why?
Because she gave me some bad advice.
Oh. What kind of advice did she give you?
She told me to go home with a woman, knowing what that meant.
Hold on a second. I think Fen might have a nosebleed.
Oh no, what's wrong?
Make a
Have you been standing
constitution.
too close to the oven? It's too dry there. Don't stand there. Oh my goodness. Like,
I'm sorry. He he reaches to the side, pours himself a drink. You went home with a woman?
I went to her home.
Did you kiss?
No, and I think she was mad. Well, I know she was mad at me for that because my sister told me so. But yeah, she tried to invite me up to her room to keep her bed warm, and then I said I was okay sleeping on the couch, and then she got naked and then like went upstairs, and I just stayed downstairs.
Yeah, you miss a lot of signs, don't you?
She didn't tell me what she wanted, just like someone else. I don't know why
Okay.
everyone likes to talk in like these weird hidden messages and these weird phrases and use things I don't. Just say it. I like
Okay.
you.
Well, you're okay. You're right, but it is weird. But this is sort of what we as people have all sort of agreed to, because just telling someone bluntly, I like you, I want to be with you, is really like a vulnerable thing to do. And it's easier to play a little bit of a game that we all know the rules to, except I don't think you got the rule book.
Nope. I tell Wren I love her every night because I mean it.
Do you mean that romantically?
No, but she needs
Does she
someone to tell her
know?
she loves her, and she needs to know that every day.
Do you know that she knows what you mean by that? Because that might be confusing for her.
She says we're friends. She says we're best friends. So I think that's okay.
Okay, then yeah, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I've told Jorff that I love him.
Yeah.
So
Romantically?
no, we're like
Yes.
brothers. But you know, all's fair in love and war. So if you ever are curious about you and me, I am interested.
Thank you for letting me know.
Jorff is also interested.
Thank you for letting me know. Do you guys really talk about me all the time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, maybe one day another incredible and powerful and beautiful adventurer will walk into this tavern and we'll have someone else to talk about.
Hopefully. And
But
hopefully
till then, it's only
she'll
been
be
you.
yours.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It would be nice to have someone if I ever want to settle down.
You'll find someone, Fen. You're a great guy. You always make me laugh.
My time on these ships full of dirty men and
But you can bake.
yeah. Maybe I should give up sailing for a while.
You're not around dirty men doing this job.
It's true. I mean, Jurlie's just as imposing, but at least she's more pleasant to be around.
Mm-hmm. For the most part, when she's not yelling at you.
Huh. Yeah, Jorff was right. You have a way of stirring things up.
I don't do it on purpose. I promise.
Maybe you should. Life's too short. It's worth stirring things up every now and then, And that's coming from an elf.
Yeah. All right, I'll try. Didn't work out for me last time, but I'll try.
Good luck. I gotta focus on this.
Fen, can I have a hug?
Yeah. 1 second. He quickly gets out this sheath and just pulls out the pie that he's been baking. And as he puts it aside, he just wraps his arms around Brielle.
You're a good guy. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. To a fault. So, again, if that's what you want in your life.
I'll keep that in mind. Now that I know. Okay, get back to work, though. I don't want Jurlie yelling at me.
Good call. There is an actual pie. Thank you, though. I think we needed that tension breaker there.
Yeah. Again. Boop, boop. Runs away.
All right. Well, you head back out and finish your rounds, and as things die down a little bit, you can see Jurlie makes eye contact. You just go, And
Thanks.
she nods to you. You guys leave the tavern?
Yep.
Where to next?
That depends. Are we splitting up to go and check on our respective houses to save time? Or are we going as a group? Oh, thank you for the gift subs.
Yeah, thank you for the gift subs. Very
That's
much
awesome.
appreciated.
I did my thing, so it's up to you guys. I'll tag along with one of you. Chances are probably Wren.
I'll tag along with anyone, Wren.
I'm not going to talk to my grass again tonight.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, Rowan's good to go to his place later. I think he's mostly interested in being done with our task at hand, but if Wren's is on the way, because I don't think Rowan's is directly on the way, if I'm remembering my geography correctly.
No, and neither is Wren's. Like, the Deer and Damsel is very near the manor. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to also have to make another stop, but I don't know when exactly. And when I do that, Brielle, I'm going to be asking that I cash in the favor that you offered to watch my wyvern for a bit.
Yeah, that's great. I have no plans tonight, so
Perfect. Shanks, how late can we normally drop into Drindle's without like it being an issue?
I mean, that's hard to say because it's not something that you've done often.
But he's also like offered us a place to stay there, right?
Yes, he has, and that you can expect that offer stands. However, it's not really about lateness with him. It's more about whether or not he's available, and he tends to work well into the night most nights. He's a very busy guy.
I think perhaps my other stop could probably wait until later, maybe when the evening settled down. But yeah, Wren just wants to check in that the place that she rents is fine. I think mostly she's concerned with like the place below it and not really her actual apartment.
Right.
But she will stop in and check in there, and if everything seems fine, she'll leave. There's nothing that she really wants to do there, so.
Yeah, okay. It is out of the way in the direction that you're going, but it's not terribly far. You know, you head back into sort of the city center. You arrive at the butcher shop, which is closed for the evening, but seems to be intact. The streets here are quiet, comfortable, what they normally are on a general night. Your apartment is... well, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
You find your apartment exactly the way you left it, except you have the slightest inkling that something's off about it. Can't quite put your finger on it. You look around and it's like, I swear that was a quarter an inch to the left. I swear I don't normally leave this drawer slightly ajar.
Yeah, she's very tidy too, so it would probably stand out to her.
Yeah.
She's just like, I don't know if it's just that we've been in such a rush, and the last time we came here, it's kind of cramped. But but something feels off here, and I don't think that Dell is the type to rummage through her tenants' belongings. Fortunately, it seems like they're not. There's no broken windows downstairs or any signs of being closed or anything like that. So, last time Wren was here, she paid for like the month,
Yes.
and so I think she'll do that again. She'll
Okay.
leave the money where she normally does for Dell.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, subtract that from your sheet and she'll consider you paid up for the following month.
So, I think as they go to Brielle, she will tell Brielle about what the waitress told them about the.
I do want to point out on your way out, I think maybe you had like a couple of copper coins that were just kind of sitting out on a countertop somewhere. They're no longer there.
Did she notice anything missing aside from that?
Nope.
Well, that's concerning. Someone's definitely been here, she says as they are heading out. Which is, I don't know if you've gathered this from me, but I don't invite people here.
Do you need to like make sure they didn't leave anything behind? Or do you need to make sure that there's measures put in place to make sure Dell's okay?
What sort of measures would you suggest that I do? I like that idea. I just don't know what I would be able to do for her.
Well, if people are trying to break into your apartment, you could like put a bell or something on the window so that she could hear if people were trying to get in it, or above the door, like, you know, when you go in a shop and like sometimes they have bells that ring.
The only issue there is that if somebody is sticking around in my apartment, they're probably dangerous, and I wouldn't want Dell to go and check.
But maybe you tell her to go somewhere safe when she hears that instead.
I think maybe I need to consider finding somewhere else to be. Yeah, she looks a little. She looks nervous for sure. She doesn't like that thought. Fortunately, I don't really have much things to move, but I suppose that can at least wait until tomorrow.
I'll help you move.
Thank you, Brielle. Yeah, she'll pay the month, and I think she actually like. Yeah, she'll pay the month, and I think maybe she has a conversation with Dell in the near future that needs to take place.
Okay. So you head out and you explain what was told to you at the tavern.
About the fact that there are Empire ships here, and she tells her about the shipment, or was that Fen that said that? I think it was Fen that said that.
She would reply with you telling her all this information about the blockade and all that kind of stuff too, so on the same page.
I think then when she relays that information, Wren is just like, but I am very much hoping that the presence of such a large and grandiose ship doesn't mean that there are people of import here that have to do with shipping. I haven't told you guys this, but my father is a master of trade in the Empire. And, well, he's not any more pleasant than my mother has been to deal with.
Do you think she sent him here to get you? To make sure you go back?
He tends to stay out of her business in regards to me, but I don't know. I am a little on edge, so if I seem out of sorts, that might be why.
Okay.
I do know that my family is close with Drindles, so yeah.
You want us to like go in first and see if we see your dad?
It's
Give you like the signal in our heads?
it's honestly fine. I will have to face it eventually. But I appreciate it. Well, I suppose we have a crucible to deliver.
And birds to figure out where they went.
Just really hope that they're waiting right outside.
Just wear off after a while, Rowan. Do they eventually go back to what they need to do, or do they just wait forever?
Yeah, I think maybe I got the duration of the spell wrong. I think I cast it long enough to last for 3 days, so that should have been enough time for them to get here. But maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
So you're heading to Drindle's?
Yep.
All right.
We got some business to think we're concluding and then be wrong about.
Yep. That's it.
All right. You guys head back into the west end of the city, where it gets a little less dense. The houses get a little bigger. You approach the now almost completely finished Drindle Manor. Finishing touches being put on. You can see that it is a sort of very noticeable, like red, black, and gold house that stands out against everything else around it.
Wren also, before they go in or before they near it, she changes into her elvish form just in case Trevor is there, because that's all he knows her as.
Yep. There is, as usual, 2 guards posted at the gate, and inside the gate, in the gardens in front of the house, where there used to be a lot of scaffolding and building materials, there is now a very pleasant hedge-filled garden with some flower beds, some fountains, and you notice a groundskeeper there with a table with a number of bird cages on it. He's there, like, sort of holding out morsels of food, and he goes, "Now go on, I know you can speak. Say what you said before." And you notice that he is an elvish man with features not too dissimilar from Drindle's.
I'm gonna say from some distance behind him one of the messages that I sent to Drindle, because it used my voice.
You did wait. Your beak didn't move. Are you a bird?
I can be. Would you like me to be?
It would certainly add credibility to the claim you just made.
In a wild shape into a giant eagle.
you see like fall completely on his ass. Just, I didn't think he was serious. Is he gonna eat me?
You haven't even seen his horse yet. That's way cooler.
The bird ride the horse?
No, the bird is a horse. Well, the bird is the man, and the man is a horse. Weird magic stuff.
Did I
Don't
hit
worry.
my head?
Just your butt.
Okay. So, wait, no. So you were the bird. No, you weren't the bird, because that's the bird. I put it in a cage. You weren't the bird, but it speaks with your voice, and you are a bird sometimes, but sometimes you're a horse. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Eagle noises.
I don't know what to do with this. It's very impressive that you can do that.
I think he said thank you.
Oh, my heart's beating so fast. Who are you people? Why do you speak with the bird voice?
I'm gonna turn back into. I'm gonna stop being a giant eagle and I was having him deliver a message for me. Not. I see why they got confused.
Oh, okay. So they weren't here to talk to me about. Oh.
Hey, you know what? Easy mistake to make. I wasn't specific enough with my description.
I probably should have told WIlton about what they said then.
Hey, you know, if it happens again, that'd be good to pass along.
Good to know. So you work with my cousin? Well, he's not really he's like my second cousin. Like
that explains the resemblance. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I got some of the Drindle features, and yet, none of the notoriety. So I manage his properties.
Which is something that he is incapable of doing on his own. So just remember that.
I mean, he is, but
well,
he has more important things to do. I know. It's just, WIlton and his brother they can do no wrong. They're capable of anything. Blah blah blah. You get it. He's a nice guy. He treats me well. Anyway, good to meet you. And he sticks out his hand.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
I'm Theodore.
Rowan.
Rowan?
She goes, Wren, like the bird.
So you're a bird too?
Sure, yes.
Okay. Rowan and Wren. And you?
Brielle, hi.
Hi, Brielle. Are you a bird also?
My parents own the Phoenix Forge.
Oh.
That's a bird.
That is a bird.
It's more of a smithy, but the symbol's a bird.
Well, yeah, I didn't think that the forge was a bird, but I get what you're saying. Okay. Well, I need a change of pants. Is there anything I can do for any of you?
Well, what was your name?
I just told you, Theodore.
Oh, sorry. That was Wren probably also wasn't listening. But it was Vix's
She's got a
problem.
lot on her mind.
Theodore Drindle.
Theodore. Well,
Friends call me TD.
it's a very good nickname.
Oh, I lost my hearing. I have no idea what you just said, and everyone's laughing. I feel left out.
Don't tell him.
That's one joke.
Come on, reconnect. All right. What was the joke? I need to know.
I just said that was a very good nickname.
It's kind of lazy, but it is what people know me as.
Is there something you would rather be called?
I don't know, something cool like Firehawk or Nightmare.
Well, Firehawk is pretty good.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it goes
You
with the
do-
whole bird theme.
Yeah.
It does go with the whole bird thing.
Yeah, except I think I'm gonna have to give up the bird thing. I've been trying to train these birds to talk since they arrived. And I now realize that that was an idiotic thing to be doing.
I adore this.
Firehawk's the best.
Yes. Well, we'll be sure to spread the nickname around whenever possible.
Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe it'll just be another like weird old guy having a midlife crisis trying to call himself something cool.
No, it's cool. Own it. You're fine.
All right.
I mean, you can workshop it too. It'll be all right.
I take it you're here to see Willie? Wilton, sorry.
Lily's an even worse name. See, you're doing good.
It's just what we used to call him when he was really small, and I never grew out of it, and he hates it when I do it, so do not repeat that.
Only if I'm trying to piss him off, but I won't tell him I heard it from you.
I wouldn't recommend it, but okay. But you're here to see him, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
The guards cleared you?
Yes.
I think
I mean,
so.
you would have had to pass them to be inside the gardens, so
We did, yeah.
Or we
All
jumped
right,
over
well-
the fence.
Hey, we could have done that. I mean, I can fly, as you know. So
well, he's working as usual, so good luck on your business. I hope it's
Thanks.
fortuitous for all of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. He turns around and walks very awkwardly away.
Bye, Firehawk.
Bye.
On to Drindles.
what a delightful encounter.
I thought of this the first time you said to bird. And it was even more ridiculous than I expected. You guys enter the house. The house is rather busy. Like not insanely so, but just, for a private residence, at night. There's a number of servants kind of going about their business. You have the stairwell ahead of you, the entrance hall, and then off to the right, that sort of large dining room / office he's been utilizing for kind of everything for a while. He is in there with two people, one of them Trevor, and another one you do not recognize. A somewhat older, more revered looking elvish woman with a rather elegant looking gown, and yet like a silver or perhaps even platinum like breastplate over it. Sort of this weird cross between military and elegance. And they are kind of talking in hushed voices, but as soon as he sees the four of you standing in his entrance hall, he just immediately goes, "Oh, perfect, come here." And I think on that note, we'll take our little break here, and we'll come back to conclude or maybe not conclude business in just a few moments. So get your refreshments, do what you got to do. We'll be back pretty soon. Welcome back. All right. Here you stand in Drindle's sort of makeshift office at opposite ends of a very long dining table. He sits at the far end with Trevor and this elven woman that none of you recognize.
Thank God.
Yeah, I was worried.
Is now a good time to speak?
Yes, anything you can say to me, you can say in front of them. Of course, you already know Trevor is heading up my production of Galderite, and, well, Lady Thaloris. Wait, that's the name you already used, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's yeah.
Well,
I was thinking of it with an E, but it's fine.
Same name. How many people do you know named like Mike?
they're both Elvish too. It's just a
Like,
common.
let's call it Elarin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not
When you have
confusing.
multiple worlds in your head at all times, you know,
What did you say,
Elarin.
Elrin? So not Elrin.
No,
For fuck's
Elarin.
sake.
Okay. All right. Sorry, did he finish that? Or did
I don't
you just
even remember how I started it now.
But he's like, as you know,
remember
Trevor,
Trevor,
and
this
then
is
he
her.
said, yeah, but didn't really say who she is. beyond
And
her
Lady
name.
Elarin is heading up my new military detail.
Would that be the presence of the ships at the harbor then?
Well, yes, the ships are a large part of it. We've had some trouble with, Rowan disappearing suddenly.
Oh no.
Kind of unnerving. Sometimes he's just a bird or a horse, and sometimes he just disappears altogether. Okay. The focus is not there tonight, guys.
His power went out.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. We're just not having much luck. As he introduces her, though, even though it's not exactly a formal introduction, she sort of stands up and gives sort of a slight bow to the group and then sits back down. As she stands, you do notice that there is a very sort of dainty-looking rapier hanging from her hip. However, as small as it may be, it's pretty ornate looking. Has sort of the aura of something, more powerful than it lets off to it.
But nothing that stands out as like familiar to us.
No.
Well, nice to meet you. We Trevor passed along the message about the package that we have for you. She's going to look at Silra, who has get her to take the Crucible out, which I assume was like packaged in some way or something, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
It wasn't when they gave it to you, so and I don't remember anyone discussing doing it. It was just kind of tossed in the bag.
It floats
But-
in there.
Yeah, I mean it's in a void of space and time. It's fine. But yeah, you take out this sort of complex-looking device, almost about the size of a head, and immediately from across the room, you can feel Trevor's eyes kind of widen.
We've had some very fortunate help, and I apologize for how late we were with it, but we did want to wait for it to be crafted for you so that we could speed things along.
Well, that's pretty fortuitous. Can I have it, please? You see him literally just get up onto the table and run across to grab it from you, and you can also see the immediate annoyance of WIlton and Lady Elarin as he does so. But he comes back and he's examining it as he walks back, moving each mechanical piece and looking it over very carefully before hopping back down into his seat and placing it on the table in front of him. There's sort of this pregnant pause as he's staring at it, and everyone else in the room is sort of waiting for his assessment. Oh, right. Yeah, so this thing is... I mean, it's what I had in mind, but I didn't... Who made this? Because it would have taken me 6 months.
We've met some craftsmen along the mountainside. Some traveling genasi who seem to know a lot about smithing.
You know, I'd love to believe you, but, like, that just doesn't sound realistic to me. I think they probably stole this from the dwarves and were probably about to face an open war.
That's not true at all.
But, okay, so some primitive mountainside blacksmiths made the most complex device I've ever seen.
They're not primitive.
They are very in tune with all of the materials in the mountain. They know how to work them like I've never seen before.
That's actually... okay. That takes me to my second question. What is this material? Because I don't know that either.
Was that... Wait, actually, I don't know if Wren knows what it is. Maybe Brielle would.
Was that the Verglass or was that the...
Was that the Tenedril?
Tenedril.
It wasn't Tenedril, it was the more advanced Tennisur.
Which I don't think Wren was, like,
No,
particularly knowledgeable about.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the Tennisur is that it actually starts out with softer materials, but as it gets infused with more of the magic, it becomes something a little bit more special.
Well, I am not very adept at blacksmithing myself, otherwise I would have offered my own services, but Brielle, do you recall what they called this material?
It was Tennisur. It was a really, like, refined version of Tenedril that they were able to work with.
I'm not familiar with that alloy, but...
How often do you spend deep in the mountains?
Well, that depends on the mountain, I guess. That one, I wouldn't get within 100 meters of it.
So it makes sense that you probably don't know the things that only come from there.
Oh, all right. Okay, fine. Maybe they have these mountain people make this incredibly complex item in a matter of weeks out of an extremely resilient alloy that, if I understand correctly, he waves his hand over and you can see him sort of channeling a little bit of lightning magic out of his hand. He seems to be gauging how quickly it makes its way through the device. And after a minute of doing that, he goes, yep, it is magically conductive on a level that is almost impossible. And when we don't have the dwarves that are banging on our door and likely to slaughter us in our sleep, it's possible. Either way, this is exactly what I wanted to build. And the rest of the forge is almost done, so give me 3 days and I'll start production. If you can actually get the supplies to me. And you see Drindle kind of putting his nose between his fingers. And it's like, yeah, well, that's been part of the problem that Lady Elarin is here to solve. We've had raids on our ships. We've had raids on our warehouses. We've had an increase in thievery throughout the city. by a margin never seen since the founding days of the settlement.
What are you looking for?
If for materials,
Yes.
well, we lost 500 pounds of raw verglass. We lost mithril. I believe it was 1,000 pounds. One of my personal money transfers was hijacked in the amount of 1,000 platinum pieces. And then there's the list the length of my arm that Trevor gave me of magical components that were necessary in making this Yaldarite something. Whoa, what the fuck?
I'm committed, you guys.
Hops in his car and drives to somewhere he has.
I'm just in my driveway. I'm only out here because there's no light inside.
Might need to adjust those audio levels a little bit. It's coming through pretty loud for me. I lost my train of thought again. That's fine. The list of components that Trevor has insisted are necessary for making the Yaldarite better. No, you don't. Okay, listen. This is why you leave this stuff to me. You just give me what I ask you for. All right. Infusing the Yaldarite while it's being refined is 1,000 times more efficient than making the Yaldarite and then trying to infuse it. So if we can start that process as we're making it, we can have it set up to actually be the end product from the beginning, ship it in that state, and cut down production time by a huge margin. And it'll make us all a lot wealthier, and it'll set up your little empire there to take over the world or whatever it is you're going to do. Lady Elarin just kind of folds her hands across her chest. That sounds reasonable to me.
She's going to look at the others. Shanks, how reasonable would it be to travel by wagon closer to the mountain entrance that we've been going to the Highfather, at the Highfather?
It would be incredibly difficult. The road to Silverbrook is kind of rough on its own. Once you leave Silverbrook to go further north or west, there's no proper road. So you're likely to break a wheel within the first few hours. And then, you'll hit places where it's not wide enough. You'll hit places where you're going up too steep. It's just not realistic. There's a reason you don't see wagons on mountains.
That 500 pounds of verglass that you needed, is that something that has taken you a long time to procure?
No, I wouldn't say it took me a long time. It took me a great amount of wealth.
And say if somebody were to just spend a week on it traveling for you, that would be helpful?
If you could replace that shipment in a week, then I would be incredibly happy. But we already have our gatherers out on the foothills gathering it as we speak.
Did we see mithril as a thing that was in the mountains? I know there was deposits of it at the first camp that the Genasi stayed at.
That's the only interaction you've had with it. Brielle, you do know that they had mithril on hand at the forge.
Yeah. And Rowan did do his spell to let us know there was a lot of it.
Yeah. That was the first camp, though, that she mentioned. Yeah. There's a lot of it under there.
Well, we do know of somewhere that you can get your hands on a lot of mithril. I don't know how much is required to make up for the 1,000 pounds that you've lost.
Well, I do have more, but we're going to need a lot more. The forge required more than we expected, and well, as I understand it, we want this infusion process to take place at the same time as refining. And if that's the case, then we'll want it to infuse mithril weaponry as we refine it.
And do you already have a spot where you're excavating it?
Oh, we have a number of spots we're excavating it. Unfortunately, none of them are on this continent.
She's going to look over at Rowan. Rowan, would you be able to point out for them on the map where we encountered that mine shaft?
I think that's something that I certainly could do.
But
Well, it wasn't part of our original bargain.
I see. Are you implying that you're asking for further compensation?
No, I'm okay. I'm gonna look over at Wren and said, I don't know if this is a good time, but you need something, Wren?
Yes, well, my mother has been insistent that I return home to the Empire.
Yes. I suspected this would come up. I've been in conversation with her, and it seems she would like you to personally escort the first shipment back to the Empire. She doesn't trust anyone else to oversee the operation. You hear a scoff from Lady Elarin.
She's just that way. I would not take it personally.
Oh, of course. Why would I, an experienced soldier of 400 years who has safely shipped all manners of things, including the Emperor himself, across the ocean, find it frustrating that I'm not trusted enough to move some fucking raw materials?
I wouldn't put it on your capabilities. I don't think my mother thinks that highly of me, if I'm being quite honest.
Well,
It's about keeping it in the family. You understand these things.
yes. Much to my chagrin, right, WIlton? And he's just like, don't bring up things like that right now.
I believe that my mother would like to be able to say that we helped in this process, and me being there is easier than her being there.
Well, that at least makes sense. Yes, couldn't agree more. So, she has insisted that you will escort the first shipment back.
And then?
And then you may do as you please. Of course, I always have a place for you here, but...
If you could be vocal about that, I would appreciate it.
I see. This is the between the lines I wasn't getting from her. Why don't you just tell her you don't wish to return?
Have you tried reasonably speaking to her before?
Well, I have, yes, but I suppose the Emperor's blood makes it a little bit easier for me.
Yes, well, she's not... I have nothing to offer her, so... She's told me that she would like me to return home once you have no further use of me, and if you have further use of me, well, I would very much like to stick around here for a bit longer.
Let me think on that.
I will appease her, though, by returning the shipment.
Good, because I suspect on that account there was no talking her out of it. However, you are in luck. If we start production in 3 days, was it, Trevor? I think with the amount of very large ships we have here, I think maybe the first shipment will be ready in a couple of months.
She seems to like be put at ease by that. All right. Well, she's going to look over at Rowan.
No. Is there like a map out, or?
There is not. But if you suggest a map,
I assumed Rowan had one since he's been mapping.
I do. I'm not showing him mine, though. I've got all kinds of stuff on there.
You have too many secrets on that map.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll if it's suggested, he can easily pull out a map that he has of the continent. Nowhere near as detailed as yours.
I like to keep it that way for him. I'll mark it there. It's about I don't remember. It's what, about 100 feet down past the bottom of mine shaft or something like that.
Oh,
or was it 300? There was a vein dried up, but there's another one deeper down, fairly sizable by the feeling of it.
And you're quite certain?
Quite certain.
All right, I'll send out a prospector immediately.
Do be careful, though. We've had a Durgar activity in the area.
Yes. Well, on that note, you wouldn't happen to have anything to do with their little assaults on the local settlements, would you?
We were near a local settlement while it was being assaulted and fought it off.
Ah. They've been troublesome.
Yeah.
Well, we pushed them back, and I suspect that's the end of it. They saw the full force of what we can muster against them. And
don't be so
I'd like
sure.
to think that's that, but perhaps they're just waiting for us to travel further out into the wilds once more.
Did we get we got intelligence on the size of their army, right? Like
Yes.
Tens of thousands.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much might you've got, but they're, from what we're able to gather, they're so-called Black Queen's got soldiers measured in the tens of thousands.
Oh. Though I suspect that a sizable number of that force is required to maintain her underground kingdom.
Probably.
Plus, they're out of their element when they fight us up here.
I don't think that she will be launching a full-scale attack in the too near future, but you should be aware of that.
All right. Lady Elarin, can you ensure that our prospectors will be safe? I have just the crew, don't worry.
Oh, and there's a problem with sturges out there, too. Just heads up.
Oh, yes, we've had reports of that for some time. They seem to be gathering in larger and larger swarms.
Yeah, things are kind of hairy out there.
Something, I don't know what, has stirred up a lot of the local fauna.
I'm working on getting to the bottom of it.
All right, well, aside from attempting, no promises, to dissuade Lady Thaloris from keeping you under unreasonable expectations, Was there anything else you required as compensation for the many things you have done on my behalf?
I know you've bought this land that you've been building this really beautiful mansion on, and it's gorgeous. And I found a plot of land that I was wondering if we could buy for my family to come over here like we discussed, but I don't know how to do that.
That's easy enough. Where's this plot of land?
It's in Kine, and it's by a jeweler's, and I can't remember what the other shop was, but
Fair enough. Yeah, you explain the spot to him. He kind of thinks on it a minute and goes, I suspect that will be well within my means. I'll have the deed sent to... Would you prefer to bring it to your family yourself, or...
You could put it in my name, and I'll show them if... Well, I guess they can't come across because there's a blockade now. I'll figure it out later. Just put it in my name for now, I think.
Well, the blockade should be lifted once our shipment is able to leave successfully.
Then I guess if we have to go across, could we stop by my parents, guys? In Adigran?
I have no problem with that.
And I'll deliver it myself.
Very well. I'll have the papers made out in your name, likely by tomorrow. These things move quickly in my world.
How much do I owe you?
You don't. That was the point of you working for me.
Oh.
You just struck a deal, Brielle.
Yeah, I did.
Did a
Thank
great
you.
job.
And she'll put her hand out to be the most business shake.
You are 15
On
feet
the
apart.
opposite side.
Yeah.
You walk the entire time with your hand up.
He would. Oh, okay.
He does get out of his chair and stand up and kind of meet you part way. Not all the way, but
Pleasure doing business with you.
You as well, Brielle and Glow. It's been very heartwarming to see you come into your own out here.
Thanks.
Wren?
I can't speak for Silvera. Well, Wren already kind of cashed in her favor. That's mostly what she was concerned about.
I would like your name in my book if you don't mind.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I can put my
Oh
name
yeah,
in.
this
Not
whole
a problem.
trouble. So, is your second cousin out there?
Yes, TD.
Yeah. We I sent some animals to deliver some messages on our progress to you. Turns out they got them confused for you.
You're going really quiet.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's dipped way down.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I sent some animals with messages for you, but I guess they got a little confused by the description I gave them and delivered the messages to TD. So this
So he wasn't lying. He found some talking birds.
No, he found some talking birds that sounded exactly like me.
Well, that's at least it was something interesting for him to play with for a while.
But getting your name in this book will make it a little easier to stay in touch with you.
Very well. That would be beneficial to all of us, I think.
And if your gratitude has not reached its limits yet, I could do with a couple of agates about yay big. At least one, two if you got it.
Well, I think I probably have a few of those in my warehouses. We'll have someone take a look.
Fabulous.
Do you mind if I ask?
It's a druidic rite I want to do to make sure I've got an ally to keep an eye on my abode while I'm not here.
Ah, yes, actually, on that note, I took the liberty of officially purchasing that land.
Oh.
Yes, so...
So are you like my landlord now, or how's that work?
Oh, no, actually, I thought that you were doing a great job caring for it, and I thought
thanks.
it should actually belong to you. It's not in your name yet, but by tomorrow when I call my
Wow.
my agent over to do business. I'll have him write out the deed in your name.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's really it's really nice of you.
I think Wren is like, she's like kind of considering something here, but she doesn't know how to phrase it. So as they're like kind of going through there, and she's like, no, just like talk to my mom. She is like kind of mulling it over and turning a lot of things because she doesn't want to say this in a way that gives anything away about Garrick. So she's just like, I was actually considering setting down some longer term roots here myself, and well, my friends are very entrepreneurial, and it has inspired me in that direction. So if you don't mind, I might follow up with you about something in a similar vein in the near future.
Well, it would be my pleasure to help you out with that. You've been a great boon to me all these years, and really I owe all of you a great deal. Now that we are nearing the end of this tumultuous experience, I am feeling something of a burden off my shoulders. It will be nice to have this shipment finally reach the Empire and all this trouble behind us.
Well, we will. Well, she says we will, and then she like looks at the others, and then just kind of lands her eyes on Brielle. Well, at least we will. I can't speak for the others. I'm not going to make them escort a shipment that they don't have to, but I know that at least Brielle and I will ensure that it gets there safely.
It might be nice to see the old grove.
Yes, it would be nice to get back to the homeland. Perhaps that is a privilege that will bless me again someday in the near future.
I'll do whatever I can to ensure that you that your sentence here is shortened.
It's funny, isn't it? You and I, we come from very powerful families, ones that have shaped the very course of this world, and yet I want nothing more but to go home, and I cannot, and you want nothing more than to stay here, and you are called home.
Well, I'll make sure not to squander the opportunity. I may have a sour taste in my mouth about it, but at least I'll be in good company.
And Trevor suddenly kind of speaks up with a half mumble as he's looking at the device. Yeah, I'm kind of sour about it too. I was hoping he would leave.
Then I suppose you'll be working hard on his behalf too.
Yeah, well, we're finally doing the kind of work that we should have been doing all along, so let's make some kick-ass weapons.
Let's make some kick-ass weapons.
By the way, I have some ideas that I want to draw up, but you have some magic in your party. I was thinking maybe a couple of you can help me out. Give me a week, and then come check in at the shop, which is now just back there, and he like points towards the rear of the property. There was sort of an empty stone structure behind his house, and beyond the gardens and everything, which you can't see from here, but when you do eventually see it, it is more sort of reinforced and built up now. But yeah, join me at the workshop, and I have some ideas about this infusion process, and I want to test them out.
Okay.
Sorry, this is more of a personal matter, but was there a package left here for me at all?
A package? I'm not sure. I could have it looked into. Were you expecting something?
Yes, I was. My mother said that she was sending something this way.
Interesting. I hope it wasn't held up by the blockade.
Well, no matter for me anyway. I just would like to get it while we're in town.
I assume you're all staying in the city this evening?
Yes.
And of course, my guest rooms are always open to you, but I understand you all, or some of you at least, have accommodations already. But come back in the morning. I'll have my people look into it for you.
All right.
All right. Well then, if there's no other requests, then we have some rather complicated logistical plans to sort out.
We'll leave you to it then.
Right. Good evening then. He leans back in his chair, and you see him kind of look into the kitchen and waggle his finger, and someone brings out another bottle of wine, and the three kind of dig into the papers scattered in front of them once more. The night is yours.
Once they've like left the room, like so they can't hear, Brielle's just gonna like grab like whoever's close to her, like Rowan, Wren, Silra, like their arms, and just be like like that. I own land, guys. It's coming true. It's coming true. Oh my gosh.
And you didn't even have to really spend anything for it.
No.
So now you also have land and money to put into that land.
Should I gamble more to get more money?
I think Wren immediately puts her hand on Silra so that she doesn't give her some more advice in this moment.
I think that's probably not the best idea.
So it's like, I know a place you could double that in one bet.
Maybe I should give back to the Deer and Damsel since, you know, the Swindles stole from them. I know she said she didn't want the money back, but I still feel bad about that. And then I feel bad because I told Jorff that I would like teach him magic to make up for that, but then that turned out real bad and I'm in trouble for that. So I think back to the money is a good idea.
You're in trouble for that.
Yeah, Jurlie wasn't happy that I told Jorff to follow his dreams because his dad was a wizard and he was going to try and be a wizard and she lost him.
Fear can make people act in a way that they don't really mean.
I know. She said she wasn't really mad at me, but I'd still like to give her something to help out. Maybe I could hire another person. I could give her money and hire more people to help.
It seems like a proud woman, so I would make sure that it sounded like a business arrangement between the two of you and not charity.
Well, I am a business person, so I think I can do that. I've made deals with her before, so I think it's fine.
I believe in you.
Thanks. That means a lot.
Are you staying here tonight?
I don't know. I'm too awake right now to sleep, I think. But maybe I'll stay at the Deer and Damsel. I still don't know where Jorff is. I haven't seen him yet.
Right. Well, she's going to dig around in Silra's bag, and she starts making a little bit like of a bundle with some of the meat. And she takes her wyvern, puts it on your shoulder.
I forgot about that. So sorry. I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, I guess it was tonight. I'll babysit.
Well, it seemed like they were welcome at the Deer and Damsel, so yeah. I don't think that'll change anything too much. I'd be
upset if they ruined his place, so I'll stay there.
All right.
Where are you going?
Well, I have a friend to see.
Do I know them?
I suppose you've seen him. I don't know if you would remember, but he did show up at the Deer and Damsel when we had our first round of drinks there together. You had kind of asked me about him then.
Yeah, you like went off with him or something. Cool, have fun.
I'm sure I will. Gonna excuse herself. Well, she'll walk out with them, but she'll excuse herself after whatever direction they need to split off in.
All right. Roan, where are you headed?
I'm going back to what is, I guess, about to be my house.
Yeah.
Not just the one you're squatting in.
Yeah. It's like, this place was clearly abandoned. Nobody's here. Like, what does it matter?
Yeah, fair enough. Is there anything that he's looking to accomplish this night at his house?
Not tonight, I don't think.
Okay. Well, then he returns home and gets some rest and introduces his wyvern to what may well be its home one day. I don't know. Might be a little small once he grows up.
There's the roof's nice and flat. It's it's like a warehouse style. So you got a nice flat roof. We'll build an addition on up there someday.
Fair enough.
Like a dovecote, but for wyverns.
Okay. Brielle's heading to the Deer and Damsel.
Yep.
Anything specific she wants to do, or she just wants to rent a room and kind of get some rest?
Rent a room and hang out with the wyverns and talk to hers and try and be like, I'm Auntie Brielle to Wren.
Trying to get it in there.
Yeah, well, Wren's not around. She
recognize me.
Fair enough. All right. Well then, Wren, where are you off to?
Wren
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wren is heading off to Garrick's house.
Yeah, you find Garrick's house to be it's still there. It's a big plus. Yeah. It's sort of in like the northwestern district. Not exactly in the same neighborhood as Drindle, but not far off. Nice home. You see that there's a number of nice houses with lights still on. However, the porch lantern is burning as it always is, but you only see like one sliver of light through the curtains of one of the windows towards the back where you know his study to be.
On the way, Wren has shifted back into like her natural form, the form that she prefers.
Mm-hmm.
She was kind of wearing like a bit more layering, like winter clothing, and I think she would have stripped some of those down to like pretty much what she's wearing in like her character art. And she knocks on the door, waits. She's kind of expecting that the person who helps them is going to answer the door.
There is a bit of a wait, and you see that sliver of light through the curtains get a little bit brighter as you see the curtain pulled aside. It is Garrick looking out the window, and as he seems to recognize you, he does a little wave of his hand, and the door opens up.
All right. She'll let herself in then. She does her usual thing of just kind of making herself at home, just like putting things along this like sort of couch thing that he has in like the entryway. And is he like right there when she comes inside?
So you're entering into this sort of small but like reasonable entrance hall. There's a hallway ahead and a hallway to the right. The one to the right leads off to the living room where he spotted you from. By the time you make it to the end of like the start of that hallway, he's sort of backed his wheelchair out so that he's in the center of the room and he can see you.
It's now a good time.
For you, of course. I wasn't expecting to see you.
Are we alone?
Yes, quite alone, unfortunately.
Oh, I'll have to fix that.
Would you like some wine?
Yes, and I have some things that I'd like to share with you.
He hesitates. What sort of things?
Embarrassing ones, she says. As she says that, she kind of moves past him and starts going towards, she knows where like he keeps the wine and stuff, so she's now helping herself to a glass of wine and pours him one as well. Hands it to him.
I really prefer it if you let me serve you. He takes the glass.
I know, but it gives my hand something to do.
I'm sure we could find other... What were you here to discuss?
Well, my mother has been pestering me to go back home. She's made it clear that once Drindle doesn't have any further use for me, that I'm expected back there. But for now, it seems as though I will be heading out on a boat in a few months and there for a short time, and then I will be back. But I think that my time here is becoming more tenuous, though I am doing my best to ensure that it is longer.
I see. So all I'm hearing is that you need me to set half the city ablaze so that Drindle needs you.
I think the city is doing a very good job at that itself at the moment, but I'm finding it more and more difficult to just keep saying yes to her. And I think I need to have some sort of anchor here to hold on to for when I do defy her wishes.
What do you mean by an anchor?
I have been thinking about what you said. the life that you had described, the shop that you had described, sounds like something I want to invest in with you. And I think I'm in a pretty good spot at the moment to have the means to do so.
That is interesting. Kind of wish you had told me that a week ago.
And why is that?
Things have changed financially a little bit. And came into a little bit of coin, and I went and bought something.
There's like a little flicker of emotion, kind of difficult to read.
And if I had known that you were actually committed to this idea that we talked about, like dreaming children for one night, then perhaps we could have bought something bigger.
Or perhaps it's worth starting small and seeing how it grows.
I suppose we could take the modest approach. The deed is in both of our names, for the record.
I think she looked very cool about what she just said, and then when he says that, she's just totally thrown off by it. She doesn't often blush, but there is definitely some redness that appears on her cheeks at that moment. Well, she just kind of smiles to herself, and then she says, she kind of looks at him and is just like, I think at that moment she kind of reaches around to her back, and she slowly starts to undo one of the straps on her back, and she goes, well, I hope that you don't mind that I don't take the modest approach this evening.
I hope you don't think that this was in any way me trying to buy your favor. I just couldn't think of anyone else I'd want to be in business with.
She will kind of close the distance between them, and when she leans into him, she tells him, you already had my favor well before tonight. And she's going to kiss him, and then I think it progresses pretty heavily from there.
Yeah, as Wren kisses him, he pulls her into his chair with him, and I think that they have a very intimate night together. It is a little early, but I do feel like we've wrapped up our storylines, and so I think this is a good place to call it tonight.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm holding a piece of paper behind my cell phone flashlight, so I have some illumination in here, and my arms are getting kind of tired.
We appreciate the commitment.
David. I love it. Yes,
my power is supposed to come back on at 12:30.
Oh no.
Oh man. cool session, guys. We kind of wrapped up some storylines. We opened up some possible new ones, and it sounds like, aside from things you want to do, like whatever, you basically have a couple of months of downtime. So over the next week or so, time to start thinking about what a couple of months in Kine looks like for these people.
I do also want to make note that, like, the next morning, Wren would tell Garrick about her apartment, just because that is a concern that she currently has.
Yeah. He does have a response for that, but remind me before next Monday, and we'll jump in with that. We can jump in with that morning after scene, them wrapped in sheets.